Jack, where are you? The wedding is about to start.
Sorry, something urgent came up. Let's postpone.
What do you mean?
I said something urgent came up.
That's not a proper explanation. Please tell me why.
Man, what a bother. Someone important had an accident. I'm going to see them.
Is it that serious?
Well, the injury isn't bad, but...
Wait, who is this important person?
Fine, it's my ex-girlfriend.
Are you prioritizing your ex over our wedding?
Of course, she's way prettier than you anyway.
Jack, is that really you?
Oh, Mom just told me to act nice. I've tricked many women like this. It's easy to manipulate ugly girls like you.
I can't believe this.
Don't act like a victim. It's your fault for being fooled.
So your mother's involved too?
Yeah, she's the one who told me to marry an ugly girl like you. No idea why.
Jack, this is unbelievable. We've been together for 2 years. Was it all a lie?
Pretty much. It's not like I actually enjoyed spending time with you.
But what about all those moments we shared? The trips, the dinners, the plans we made?
All part of the act. You really are naive, aren't you?
I can't process this. Why would you go through all this trouble?
Money, of course. What else?
So you never loved me?
Love? Don't make me laugh. It was all business.
I feel sick. How could you do this?
Oh, stop being so dramatic. It happens all the time.
Not to me, it doesn't. I trusted you, Jack.
Well, that was your first mistake.
And the last one I'll make with you. The wedding is off.
Fine by me. I'm already on my way to see my ex anyway.
You're despicable. I hope she sees right through you.
Unlike you, she's not an idiot. She knows how the game is played.
This isn't a game, Jack. These are people's lives and emotions.
Whatever. I don't have time for your moral lecture.
You'll regret this, Jack. Mark my words.
Yeah. Goodbye, Sarah. It's been profitable.
You're going to pay for this, Jack. One way or another.
I'd like to see you try. You're nothing without me.
We'll see about that. Goodbye, Jack. What have you done? You've ruined everything.
What? I don't want to marry that ugly girl anyway.
You idiot! She is the daughter of our company's biggest client. We were planning to take over their company.
What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Because you can't keep your mouth shut. Now look what you've done.
It's not my fault. You're the one who told me to go after ugly girls.
I told you to go after rich girls, not necessarily ugly ones.
Well, how was I supposed to know Sarah was rich? She doesn't act like it.
That's because she's not a spoiled brat like you. She actually has class.
Oh, now you're defending her?
I am defending our future, you moron. Do you have any idea how much money we just lost?
We can find another rich girl. It's not that hard.
It's not just about finding a rich girl. It's about strategic alliances.
Whatever. I'm sure you can figure something out.
Me? Oh, this is your mess, Jack. You're going to fix it.
How am I supposed to do that? Sarah won't take me back now.
You better think of something, or you can kiss your inheritance goodbye.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me. Now get out of my sight before I do something I'll regret.
Fine, but don't think this is over. Long time no see, Sarah.
Mike, why are you calling?
I heard about your wedding, but I need to tell you something about your fiance.
Actually, I just found out. He's horrible.
I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner.
It's not your fault. I'm going to sue him for damages.
Is that all? Are you really satisfied with just that?
What do you mean?
I have an idea. Can you hold off on the lawsuit for now?
Why would I do that? He deserves to pay for what he's done.
I agree, but I think we can do better than just a lawsuit.
I'm listening.
What if we could take everything from him? His money, his company, his reputation.
That sounds extreme. How would we even do that?
I have connections. I could pose as a consultant, gain their trust, and then...
And then what?
And then we take it all. Legally, of course.
I don't know, Mike. This sounds risky.
Riskier than marrying a con man?
Fair point, but why would you do this for me?
Because you deserve better, Sarah. And because Jack needs to learn a lesson.
You're not still,
In love with you? No, this isn't about that. It's about justice.
I see. And you're sure this will work?
With your help, absolutely. What do you say?
I need to think about it.
Of course, take your time. But remember, the longer we wait, the more time Jack has to cover his tracks.
You're right. Okay, let's do it. What's the first step?
First, we need to gather information. Can you tell me everything you know about Jack's company?
I'll do you one better. I have access to some of his financial records.
Perfect. Send them to me and I'll start analyzing them.
Okay. And, Mike?
Yes?
Thank you for doing this.
Don't thank me yet. We've got a long road ahead of us. Mom, that consultant you hired is amazing. The company is doing great now.
I know, right? Oh, if only I were younger. I'm glad things are going well. You really missed out on becoming part of our family. Oh, I think I dodged a bullet, actually.
Oh, come on, Sarah. Don't be like that. We had some good times, didn't we?
I thought we did, but now I'm not so sure. Water under the bridge, dear. Look at how well we're doing now. Yes, I can see that. Your new consultant seems to be working miracles.
He sure is. I've never seen numbers like these before.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
You know, Sarah, maybe we could,
Don't even think about it, Jack. Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps we could discuss a business arrangement? I don't think that would be appropriate.
Why not? It's just business after all.
Is that what you call what you did to me? Just business?
Come on, Sarah, don't be so sensitive.
I'm not being sensitive, I'm being sensible. Something you two should try sometime. Well, there's no need for hostility, dear. We're all adults here. Exactly, which is why I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Sarah, wait!
What is it, Jack?
I'm sorry for everything.
Are you really? Or are you just sorry you got caught?
Does it matter? I'm trying to apologize here.
It matters to me, Jack, but I don't think you'll ever understand why. Let her go, Jack. We don't need her anymore anyway. And that right there is why your apology means nothing, Jack. Goodbye.
That consultant took everything! The company, our assets, everything!
That's terrible.
This is your fault. You introduced him!
Weren't you planning to take over my company too? Consider it a business strategy.
That's different.
How is it different, Jack? Explain it to me.
We had a plan! This wasn't supposed to happen!
Plans change, Jack. Isn't that what you told me when you called off our wedding?
This isn't the same thing! We've lost everything!
And how do you think I felt when I lost everything I thought we had?
No, don't start with the emotional stuff again.
It's not just emotional, Jack. It's ethical, moral, and yes, legal.
Legal? What are you talking about?
By the way, I'm suing you for damages from the broken engagement and wedding cancellation.
What? I've lost everything already!
That's your problem. Oh, and remember what you said? It's your fault for being fooled, stupid.
You can't do this to me.
I'm not doing anything to you, Jack. I'm simply holding you accountable for your actions.
But I have nothing left!
Then I guess you'll have to work to pay off your debts. Welcome to the real world, Jack.
This isn't fair!
Fair? Was it fair when you lied to me for 2 years? Was it fair when you called me ugly and stupid?
I didn't mean those things!
Yes, you did. And now you're facing the consequences.
Please, Sarah, can't we work something out?
We could have, Jack, if you had been honest from the start, but it's too late now.
What am I supposed to do?
That's not my problem anymore. Goodbye, Jack.
Sarah, wait!
What is it now?
I really am sorry for everything.
I wish I could believe you, Jack, but even if it's true, it doesn't change anything.
There has to be something I can do.
There is. You can learn from this, become a better person, and never treat anyone the way you treated me again.
And if I do?
Then maybe, just maybe, you'll find some peace. But not with me. Never with me.
I understand. I'll try.
Good luck, Jack. You're going to need it.
This is all your fault, Mom. If you hadn't pushed me to marry Sarah.
My fault? You're the one who couldn't keep your mouth shut.
You raised me to be this way. You can't blame me now.
I raised you to be successful, not a failure.
Well, congratulations. Look how successful we are now.
Don't you dare take that tone with me, young man.
Or what? You'll cut off my allowance? Newsflash, we don't have any money left.
That's not how I raised you to behave.
No, you raised me to lie, cheat, and steal. How's that working out for us?
I never told you to get caught.
Oh, so it's okay as long as we don't get caught? Is that your moral compass?
Don't talk to me about morals. You're the one who ruined everything.
We both ruined everything, and now we're paying for it.
I can't believe this is my life now, living in this hovel.
Welcome to the real world, Mom. It's not so fun when you're on the other side, is it?
We need to find a way out of this. There has to be someone we can
Haven't you learned anything? That's what got us here in the first place.
Well, what do you suggest we do? Get honest jobs?
Maybe we should. It's not like we have any other options.
I am not flipping burgers at my age.
Then I guess we'll just starve. Is that what you want?
Of course not, but there has to be another way.
There isn't. We've burned all our bridges. Nobody trusts us anymore.
This is not how it was supposed to end up.
No, it's not, but it's what we deserve.
I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Yeah, well, losing everything tends to change your perspective.
So what do we do now?
We start over. From the bottom. It's the only way.
I don't know if I can do that.
We don't have a choice. It's either that or, well, you know.
I suppose you're right. I just never thought it would come to this.
Neither did I, but here we are.
Do you think we'll ever recover from this?
Honestly, I don't know, but we have to try.
For what it's worth, I am sorry for everything.
Me too, Mom. Me too.
I can't believe it's finally over.
You did it, Sarah. You stood up for yourself and got justice.
We did it. I couldn't have done it without you, Mike.
You're stronger than you give yourself credit for.
Maybe, but your support meant everything.
So what's next for you?
I'm not sure. For the first time in a long time, I feel free.
That's a good feeling.
It is, but also a little scary.
How so?
I've been so focused on Jack and this whole mess for so long, I'm not sure who I am without it.
You're Sarah! Smart, kind, beautiful Sarah.
Mike.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
You didn't, it's just I'm not ready for anything right now.
I understand. That's not why I helped you, you know.
I know, and I appreciate that.
So, friends?
Definitely friends. Good friends.
I can live with that.
Thank you, Mike, for everything.
Anytime, Sarah, anytime.
Do you think they'll ever change, Jack and his mother?
People can change, but they have to want to, and they have a long way to go.
I almost feel sorry for them. Almost.
They made their choices. Now they have to live with the consequences.
You're right. I just hope they learn something from this.
Only time will tell, but that's not your concern anymore.
You're right. It's time to focus on my future.
And what does that future look like?
I'm not sure yet, but for the first time in a long time, I'm excited to find out.
That's the spirit. To new beginnings?
To new beginnings, and to karma.
Cheers to that.
Sarah and Mike remained good friends, and Sarah focused on her life happiness. Jack and his mother ended up in poverty, living in a run-down apartment and struggling to make ends meet. Jack learned from his errors and thought it best to pursue an honest working life. However, his relationship with his mother remained strained. When his debts were at least paid off, Jack hoped to start a small business, perhaps without his mother's guidance.
Abby's pregnant again? Can you even believe that? I feel so defeated now because of that. Whose kid is she pregnant with right now anyway, right? She was supposed to be carrying my kid after all, Kalani.
Abby? Wait, are you talking about your ex-girlfriend, Abby? How can you even come to me talking about how your ex-girlfriend is pregnant? Especially when we are this close to having our wedding.
What? Are you jealous that I'm talking about her or something? Stop being so overdramatic about an ex of mine.
No, this is not me being jealous, Nathan. I just don't find it very appropriate of you to be talking about your ex-girlfriend right now with me, especially about her pregnancy of all things. I really don't want to hear about her at all, okay?
Wow, I was only talking about her because I'm hoping that you'll get pregnant with my baby here soon too. Though honestly, I'm sure that her baby is gonna be a lot cuter than yours.
Nathan, are you freaking kidding me? Did you really mean what you just said to me there?
Come on now, Kalani, it was just a joke. But when it comes to Abby, she was known for being the most beautiful girl among all of her friends and family, so you really can't compete with a woman like her now.
Nathan, do you not even realize how rude you're being to me right now saying all of that? We are supposed to be getting married this weekend at our wedding. If you still want for that to happen, stop saying all of those hurtful things to me. I'm already feeling anxious about getting married as it is, and you talking to me about your ex being prettier than me and pregnant is surely not helping.
Why are you getting so upset about this? I'm gonna be marrying you. What more could you ask for from me?
I am asking for you to shut up about her. And didn't Abby cheat on you, and that's why the both of you broke up? I don't know why I'm having to say this right now, but you still wanting to talk about her so much makes me feel that you're hung up on her.
The only reason that ever happened is because that man she was with got her pregnant while she was with me, so she had to leave me. If that had never happened, her and I would still be together with one another right now, and that baby inside her would be mine.
The fact that you are even saying things like that right now to your fiance is so wrong, Nathan. Even if you are meaning for all of that to be some kind of a joke, None of it is funny to me. It's all making me feel more and more uncomfortable. So cut it out, please.
All right, I'll stop. You know, Kalani, you are way too sensitive sometimes, you know that? All I wanted to do was let you know that she's pregnant with another kid, yet you shot the whole conversation about that down. If you really want to become my wife, loosen up a little bit and let me talk about my past lovers, all right?
What? I think I'm going to need to calm down for a little bit. I'll contact you back once my head isn't hurting so much, all right? And just don't do anything stupid before our wedding, please.
Nathan is staying out with me today, so I don't think he's going to be making his way back to your house tonight.
Wait, is this Abby? Since when did you get my phone number and everything?
I just got it from Nathan because I wanted to make sure things were all going okay between you and him.
And wait, what do you mean he's with you right now? I have no clue what's going on right now. Is Nathan really with you right now, Abby?
Yes, he is. As you may already know by now, I am pregnant with a baby, and I am in my last month of this pregnancy. I've been pregnant for a while now, but recently, my husband left on a business trip, and that's left me feeling a little worried about being home all by myself. I was thinking that something serious might happen to me, and I'll have nobody around to help, so that's why I gave Nathan a call and asked him to come here.
I see. So that's why Nathan hasn't really kept in touch with me all day today. You do realize that Nathan is my fiance now, and that we're going to be getting married to one another really soon. And you're the one who is pregnant with your husband's baby, so don't you find it a little inappropriate to be having your ex-boyfriend over? I'm sure if your husband found out about Nathan being there with you, he wouldn't really like that.
Oh, boo-hoo. So this is what Nathan was saying by you being such a boring and dull woman.
Wait, Nathan said that about me?
Nathan also told me that he still prefers a woman of my type. Of course he should still prefer me, right? I'm far more pretty than you are, and know how to have fun time with my men. You, on the other hand, seem to be nothing but boring talk about things that are irrelevant.
And what exactly do you know about me, Abby? I happen to know a lot about you. Like how you dumped Nathan right after he found out you'd been cheating on him and got pregnant with another man. And now, you happen to have that husband of yours who has given you another baby and is probably thinking his wife would never have another man over. By the way, is that your second baby now?
No, it's my first, because I made sure to have that last one aborted.
Shocker. Now, do you really think it's okay to be calling my husband over to help you? How could that possibly be the right thing to do after everything you've done to him and after getting married to another man?
Are you just whining right now because you're jealous or something? How pathetic, Kalani. This is the exact reason why no men are really into you, you know. Anyway, you need to loosen up a little and let your fiancé have a little bit of freedom from now on. You wouldn't want to keep him away from the one person that can make him happy, would you?
Fine, you go ahead and keep him there, but tell him this one thing for me. Tell him to take a look at my phone and text me back, please. I have quite a few things I need to talk with him about. So after all that, you never even bothered to respond to me about any of what you were doing, Nathan. Are you sure you still want to marry me after all of that? Today is the day of our freaking wedding, and now I'm not too sure about you. Can you please tell me where you're at right now?
Sorry, Kalani, but I'm not going to be able to make it to the wedding today. Something really urgent came up, so I couldn't help but skip out to go and handle it.
What? What are you going on about, Nathan? What do you even mean you can't make it to your own wedding? We have been preparing for this for months now, and you're just going to blow it off like it's nothing? All of our guests are already gathered here and are ready to see you and I up on that stage.
I don't think that I can make it to the wedding feeling like this, and that's why I'm deciding to respond to you about them right now.
What is going on with you? What feelings are you talking about? And where do you have to be that is more important than our wedding? I could have sworn I saw you come in earlier around the same time as me and head straight to the changing room.
I was there, but I actually just had to leave a little bit ago.
Why did you have to leave? Tell me right now, Nathan, where did you end up running off to?
Just think about it, will you? The answer of where I needed to go is pretty clear if you just think about it. Now, as for that wedding, you tell everyone that I needed to leave for an emergency and that the wedding has to be postponed for a while.
You want me to postpone the wedding now? Are you freaking kidding me? What exactly do you want me to tell the guests this emergency was?
Well, you can't tell them where I really had to go, so just make something up. You can take care of all that, right? What I'm doing right now is what I've always wanted to do, so you, being my bride, have to let this happen for me.
I'm sorry, Nathan, but I'm not going to go around telling all the guests here today some random excuse about why you dipped and are delaying the wedding. Honestly, I'm still a bit confused about what the reason why you left myself. What kind of emergency came up that you had to leave for? Why won't you just tell me, Nathan?
All right, I'll tell you. Jeez. Abby, my ex-girlfriend, is about to give birth to her baby. And that right there is something I can't miss out on, all right? Our wedding and all that can wait, but me being there to watch her have her baby cannot.
Wait a second. Are you seriously saying that your ex-girlfriend's childbirth is more important than our wedding is? You are insane, Nathan.
You would never be able to understand. My bond with Abby is something I have never been able to have with anyone else in my life. Now, I'm already on my way to the hospital and getting close to it, so you're gonna have to figure out some way to deal with all our guests.
Nathan, if you don't get your butt back here to this wedding right now, it's over.
Shut up already, Kalani. This is my choice, and there's nothing you can say to me about it. If you really want to become my wife, just shut your mouth and let me live out my dream with Abby.
What?
Do you even understand what is going on with her right now? My ex-girlfriend is going into labor, and I have to be there to take care of her as she fights a battle to have her baby. We can resume that wedding when I get back, so you and all the guests just wait for me.
All right, fine. Take your time there with Abby. I'll go and tell all the families and everyone who's here what happened.
Thank you. That is what I'd been asking for from you.
I mean, there's nothing left for me to say to you about this, Nathan. You go ahead and do whatever you want. After all, Abby is more important to you than anyone else, right?
Wow, you really do get it now. That's the way I was wanting you to understand things from the start, Kalani. And as for you letting me do what I want, thank you. That's how our marriage to one another is supposed to go, with you shutting your mouth and letting me do what I want. And if you can't do that for me all the time, I'll leave you and find someone who can do that for their husband.
Okay, say hi to Abby for me while you're there. And don't worry about all of us here at this wedding venue. Not that you were worried about us at all in the first place.
Goodbye. So I went all the way to that hospital to go and be with Abby while she had her baby. But when I got there, I was told by the jerk up front that only family members and relatives were allowed to go in and see her. Can you even believe something like that? I mean, I'm practically a part of her family, aren't I?
Well, technically, Nathan, you're not her family at all. So it makes total sense to me why they wouldn't let you go and see her.
Well, anyway, I'm coming back to the wedding venue now. I'll be there really soon as long as traffic isn't too bad on the way heading north. What's all been going on with you guys? Do you think you can get things started up for me before I come back inside?
I don't think I can, since this wedding's not happening anymore.
Wait, what? What are you talking about, Kalani? Don't tell me that one of the staff wanted the wedding canceled just because I wasn't there for it to start.
Well, actually, everyone here assumed that since you weren't here to marry me, that there was no point to delay the wedding.
Well, tell them all that I'm on my way now and that the wedding can start once I come through those doors. Are all our guests and everything still there waiting on me?
You must be thinking this is all some kind of dream right now, Nathan, because I have no idea what you're talking about. The wedding has been canceled. That's C-A-N-C-E-L-L-E-D. Not postponed. Do you not know how to read or something? Or can you just not tell the difference between those two words specifically?
Huh?
So you really don't get what's happened here, do you? Do you really think there's anyone out there that would want to be married to a man who leaves their own wedding to go and be with their ex who's giving birth? This wedding is canceled, and you and I getting married is all a thing of a past now. And as for all the guests, they've all left.
What? How can you just go and cancel our wedding like that? That was our wedding, not yours. There's no way you should be able to cancel it that easily without my consent as well.
Well, you're the one who ditched me on this wedding and ran off to be with your ex-girlfriend's side.
I was just going to support her.
Why do you keep saying that like it makes it okay for you to run off on our wedding day? Please, don't tell me you still think we can get married to one another after what happened here.
What are you talking about? We're supposed to be married already, Kalani.
How could that be, though? I never went and handed in any marriage papers with you to the courthouse, did I?
Wait, what? Why didn't you hand those papers in after we signed them? I thought you were going to do that for us before we had the wedding today.
You promised me we go and submit them to the courthouse together, Nathan. That was supposed to be yesterday, actually. But guess what you did instead? You bailed on me to go and see Abby. And then she called me later that day to tell me you were with her again and that we'd have to wait to get married. Do you remember that happening?
Were we supposed to go yesterday? Oh, crap! I really did promise you that we'd go and have the paperwork taken care of. I totally forgot about that.
Well, it's too late now because your last-minute cancellation on us today made something inside me finally click. I finally realized that you and I are not meant to be a thing. And honestly, I'm completely fine with things being this way.
What?
Thank you, Nathan, for being a no-show when the wedding was supposed to start today. You really saved me from having to marry a man who wouldn't have treated me the way I should have been treated. I can tell you right now, had we gotten married, it would have only been months before we got a divorce and really had to go through some tough crap.
Wait, what? Divorce? How are we supposed to get divorced if we never even went to the courthouse?
Are you even listening to me now, Nathan? Gosh.
This can't be happening to me. What am I supposed to tell my family about all of this? My boss and all of my colleagues were at the wedding today, too. What am I gonna say to all of them about this? Kalani, what am I supposed to do about this?
Hey now, don't you worry about all of that. I already made sure to explain all of this to everyone that was at the wedding today.
What do you mean by explained everything to them? What all did you say happened between you and I?
I just told them the truth. I told everyone here the reason for why you had to leave, and that it was an emergency you couldn't afford to ignore. That you had to go to the hospital and be there with your ex-girlfriend as she gave birth to someone else's baby.
Why would you explain something like that to them? Now you've made it seem like all of this was my fault.
Well, who else's fault would this have been? Did you seriously think you could have spun this whole entire situation to make it seem like I was to blame for it? Ha!
So what you're saying is that this all was my fault. I was only going out to be with and take care of my ex-girlfriend. That's just the kind and caring guy I am, Kalani.
Oh, is that all it was? Well, good for you for being so caring, but you can go ahead and take care of all that kindness you have and give it to her because I'm done with you. Us being engaged is over with, and since we never went to the courthouse anyway, I don't have to do anything else besides cut ties to you, which makes us nothing more than complete strangers now.
What? Kalani, what are you going on about right now? Are you trying to ruin my reputation in my family and at work, all because you became jealous of me being together with my ex today?
No, it's way beyond me being jealous of things like that now. I'm not even interested in you anymore, Nathan, and I've kind of been that way toward you for a while now. Annoyed and disgusted by the way you talk to me and would always be going out with Abby.
Disgusted and annoyed by me? How dare you say that about your own husband?
You are not even my husband, you dumbass. Stop being so delusional and get a dang grip on reality before your fantasies swallow you up. We're not married, and we will never be now thanks to what you've been up to. It's over with, all of it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It
doesn't really matter if you do understand me or not because I'm out of here. So goodbye. Consider this the last thing I ever wanted to say to you.
But our wedding! Kalani, where have you run off to? I finally made it back to the wedding venue, and there isn't any of our guests or you here, other than my family, of course. I thought what you were saying earlier was all just a joke, but did you really want for this whole entire wedding to be canceled today? My parents are both furious at me now over what happened, and things are only getting worse the longer nothing happens. Can you please just come here and explain everything to them for me?
What else is there to explain to them? I already explained the reason as to why the wedding had to be canceled today, and that you and I never handed in our marriage papers to the courthouse.
But what about the cancellation fees for this wedding? Both my parents are pissed at me because they have to be the ones to pay it all off now. Why should they have to pay for something like the wedding being canceled? You're the one who went and canceled the damn wedding, so you should be getting forced to pay.
But it was your parents who agreed that they'd pay.
What? That was just them being kind to you, but now I have them both yelling at me to pay up since this wedding getting canceled was all my fault. Why should I have to pay for it?
Are you really that blind or something? You bailed last minute on your wedding with me today, all so you could be with your ex-girlfriend. It's only fair that you have to pay for that so-called luxury of yours.
I wasn't cheating on you or anything like that, though. I was just at the hospital trying to help and support my friend. What's so wrong with me being best friends with my ex anyway?
Funny, because I have proof that you were cheating on me, actually. I've gone and had a look at some of the messages you and her have been sending between yourselves.
No way.
Now, I suggest that you shut up and pay for the wedding's cancellation fees, Nathan. Unless, of course, you want me to get a lawyer involved in all of this, which then would inevitably make your situation far more worse for you in the end.
Well, wait, a lawyer? Why would you want to bring a lawyer into this situation? What are you trying to say I even did that was wrong? All I'd been doing was going over to my ex's place to hang out with her. I promise you that I never touched her or anything besides to feel her belly.
Go ahead and try to say that as your excuse to your parents then, Nathan. They've already seen the evidence I have on you as well, and will not be excited to see you still since don't want to come forward.
But my parents!
I've had far too much of your bullcrap now, and I can no longer sit here listening to it.
No, wait!
By the way, I found her husband's contact information, so I'll be letting him know about what all has gone down later as well. I'm sure it's going to break his heart to have to hear that his wife has been cheating on him while she's been pregnant, but it's better to learn this sooner rather than later.
Why would you do something like that, Kalani? Are you actually trying to ruin my life forever?
No, I would never want to ruin your whole entire life. I'm just letting him know in case he ever needs some evidence from me for a divorce from her. Haha. And maybe then you can finally have your ex back and won't have to be with her behind her husband's back.
No, wait, please don't do that.
But isn't this all what you were wanting, Nathan? To be with your ex again? I really hope this finally allows you both to be back together again, so you can both be happy.
Kalani, I'll stop seeing her, and I'll apologize for doing all of this to you. I'm sorry, so please, please don't leave me. I can't take care of myself without you in my life.
I'm sorry, but this is really goodbye this time. I really have had enough of you and your games, Nathan. So with this, I hope I finally set you free so that you can be back with your ex, as you both got together in hell.
So, it was you, wasn't it? You went and tattled on me to my husband about everything that happened. You are the worst woman ever, you. And I mean complete and literal scum.
How about you fix yourself before you start to call another woman scum? I never really did anything useless, as I was just going to him to let him know the truth. Now, I really don't have it in me to bother with you anymore. You had your baby now, so good luck to you and whatever happens between you and your husband next. I'm sure you'll have to say goodbye to him, but at least you'll still have Nathan around to support you, right?
I don't need something like Nathan around me. Do you have any idea how much money my husband is making right now? I would rather have my husband stay with me with all that money of his than some loser who hasn't even figured his own career out yet. You call my husband back right now and tell him that was all a dream you had about me. Tell him you are sorry for making up a lie or something.
I'm not doing that. I never dreamed any of what happened, nor did I lie. Also, I've gone and screenshotted everything you just said about Nathan, and I'm sending this picture to him right now.
What? You're sending those to Nathan?
Consider this and him finally learning the truth about you. Anyway, good luck with whatever kind of hell awaits you next. You may look alright, but considering you are a total bitch, I'm not sure you'll ever have a good life again. But that has nothing to do with me now, does it? And with that, goodbye to you.
Kalani, how have you been doing? Do you think we could maybe get back together now?
Absolutely freaking not, you pile of trash. Now what do you want with me?
I finally realized that I made some major mistakes. After having lost you, I finally figured it all out. I figured out that you're the only person for me.
Well, you opening your eyes to all of that now is way too late. You ended up being used by that woman as her toy, and you ended up thinking that she was really into you, even though that really wasn't the case.
That bitch. The moment her husband tore into her, she tore into me. She blamed me for her marriage to her husband going downhill and crashing, and now I'm having to pay a settlement to her husband. That's screwed up of the both of them, right? I was really just meant to stay with you. I should be married to you now and having the happiest time of my life.
And it wasn't just her that went and destroyed that future you had. You're also to blame for that, and it's time you take responsibility for it. Come on now.
Kalani, please don't get up and leave me like that. I need to have you in my life, Kalani!
But I don't need you in my life anymore. You go ahead and enjoy that life you've created for yourself now. Goodbye forever, Nathan. Have you finally realized just how painful it is to be played like a game? After that, I completely went and cut all ties to Nathan, and even made sure to block his number and everything just in case. According to what his parents had to tell me later, he did end up paying them back after they both went and paid for the entire canceled wedding. And they also said that he seemed genuinely sad about what happened and wanting to make things right, but what he'd done was too far for them, and they all disowned him not too long after. After that, Nathan was then forced to pay a settlement to the husband of his ex-girlfriend after they had both been together with one another behind his back. At this point, though, there was nothing left in Nathan's savings, and so he had to pay that man using borrowed money, which would mean he had a lot of debt to start paying off. Nathan has since been looked down on a lot by a lot of his friends, as well as by a lot of colleagues from his work, where he was later transferred to a whole new department and given a pay cut. I'm not sure whether that cut will last forever, but considering his boss hates people who cheat, since he had been cheated on himself, there's no way Nathan is getting back into the department he was in before. As for what's happened with Abby, I heard that she got divorced by her husband and that she had to end up moving back to her parents' house. She would also be forced to pay a settlement to her husband, as well as be forced to keep the baby, because the husband didn't have any attachments to it or anything since it was only just born. Nathan and her never did end up marrying one another, but it sure would have been perfect had they went and got married, considering they are both terrible people. I guess once they both realized that the other was bad, they fell out of contact and never even talked to one another again. Not that any of that really means anything to me though now, and I'm just happy that that all led to me not having to marry a cheating man. I've made sure that after that failed wedding to take some time off work so that I can relax for a bit and spend time back with my parents again. I was actually really looking forward to getting married a couple of months ago, but Nathan really changed my views on marriage after all the crap he pulled. I'm not too sure when I'll try dating again with the goal of getting married, but I'll give myself a few years so that I don't end up burning myself out. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Good afternoon. I'm looking for Melody. Do I have the right number? This is Tucker's father, Jack. I understand you'll be coming over to my house tomorrow with my son to introduce yourself?
Oh, you're Tucker's dad. Yes, it's me, Melody. It's nice to finally get a chance to speak with you. Thank you for taking the time to message me. And yes, you're right. I'll be coming over there with Tucker tomorrow. I really look forward to meeting you.
I see. Usually in this sort of situation, you would be the one to message me first rather than making me go looking for your number. That's the polite way to do things anyway.
You know what? You're totally right. I'm sorry about that. It's just, we haven't met in person yet, so I felt kind of weird about texting you out of the blue.
Are you saying it's weird of me to text you without meeting you first?
No, that's not it at all. I'm sorry if it came off that way. I was just explaining how I felt, that's all. Maybe I should have asked Tucker for your number sooner?
Maybe? What other possibility is there? That's not a maybe. You absolutely should have asked Tucker for my phone number. You're coming to my house, interrupting my busy schedule, yet you're making me do all the work in contacting you? That's incredibly rude. It's easier to communicate than ever these days, and yet you failed to do even the bare minimum effort before coming to meet me. Don't they teach children proper etiquette in school these days? And even if they don't, that's still not an excuse. You're an adult, you should know better.
I'm sorry, sir. It's unfortunate that we're starting our relationship off on such an awkward note.
Unfortunate is when a tree falls in a storm and crushes your car. What you did was deliberate.
I don't know what to say other than I'm very sorry for offending you.
I'm suddenly much less hopeful about meeting you tomorrow. As I said, I'm a very busy man. Don't waste my time.
I hope that I live up to your expectations.
The bar is already set incredibly low for you. About the only way you could fail to meet my expectations would be to walk up to me and slap me in the face. You can keep yourself from doing that, can't you?
Yes, sir. I believe I can.
Good. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I gave you one simple demand when I first met you, Melody. Do not waste my time. And what did you do? You not only wasted my time, but my son's time as well. How shameless can a person be? You thought I would be willing to hand my son over to the daughter of a single father? I've never heard of such a ridiculous thing.
You know what's ridiculous to me, Jack? The idea that you would walk up to me, your son's fiance, on the day of our wedding, and punch me in the face. How could you do that to me?
It was rather simple, honestly. The only hard part was holding back my full strength. I have a nasty tendency to treat men and women equally, you see. In any case, what happened to you was entirely your fault.
You think it's my fault that you assaulted me?
I suppose if you're looking to avoid the blame, you could always pass the buck to your father. After all, he's the man who was such a miserable failure that no woman in the world was willing to marry him. How pathetic.
Excuse me? Do not talk about my father that way.
Fight your own battles, girl. This is about you, not him. The fact of the matter is you aren't worthy of marrying into my family. I'm the CEO of one of the most successful businesses in the state, and I built it from the ground up with my own 2 hands. And what of your father? He's such a loser that his wife left him, and even in all the decades that have passed since then, he couldn't find a decent woman to remarry with. That should be enough to explain how different my family is from yours. And if a man of that low caliber raised you, there's no possible way that you could be worthy of marrying my son. The jig is up, girl. It's now perfectly clear that you were only after my son for his money and nothing else. Now run along and find a man who's more on your level. I might suggest looking in one of the local homeless shelters.
You are, without a doubt, the lowest, cruelest, vilest man I've ever had the misfortune of meeting. You don't know anything about my father, other than the fact that he raised me on his own. And yet you think that you have the right to say such horrible things about him? Don't even get me started on that precious little son of yours. He put on a master class in shameless behavior. And all he did when you punched me in the face was stand there, mouth agape. And then when you berated him for wanting to marry me, what did he do? He apologized to you. Then when you told him to call security on me to have me removed from the building, he actually did it. I've never been treated so poorly by anyone in my entire life. You want to talk about a father's influence on their child? What does it tell you that your son grew up to be a sniveling little coward?
Insolent girl, you've clearly spent all your time around low-caliber men like your father. You can't even tell the difference between cowardice and filial piety. You know, the Japanese have an interesting saying, "A frog's children are frogs." Do you know what that means? It means that you're destined to be just as slimy as your father.
My oh my, Jack. You sure have a lot to say about my father. I don't think he'll be very happy to hear about what you're saying about him.
And what reason do I have to care about his feelings?
A pretty big reason, actually. He owns you.
What are you talking about?
I mean, my father is a majority shareholder in your company. He's your boss.
Of all the ridiculous lies you could have told, if you had said my daddy is a policeman or my daddy is a lawyer, then there might have been a chance that I'd believe you. But the majority shareholder in my company?
Didn't you notice that we have the same last name?
Yes, but there are hordes of Harmons around here. There is no chance that Lucas Harmon, a man that I know and respect, is your father.
You think I'm lying to you?
I know you are.
Fine. You can believe whatever you'd like, but you'll find out the truth soon enough. Keep your phone handy. I think you'll be hearing from him soon.
Melody, dear, I am truly, deeply sorry for what I did to you earlier today. My actions were entirely inexcusable. I just had no idea who you really were. To think that you were actually the child of Lucas Harmon. It was just too incredible to believe. Had I known the truth about your identity, I never would have behaved in such a terrible way toward you. Nothing would please me more than for my son to marry a woman of your caliber. It would be my greatest honor.
Jack, I am never going to forget this day's events. The look on your face when my dad walked into the room was priceless. You look like you had seen a ghost. You turned so pale. They could have used your skin color as a color sample for wedding dresses. Never in my entire life have I seen anyone so humbled by so quickly. You literally got down on your knees and begged him for forgiveness. I wish I had my phone with me. I wanted to preserve that moment forever.
Again, Melody, I want you to know how incredibly sorry I am. Your father is an incredible man and a great support to my company, and I insulted you. I offer my deepest apologies. Any child he raised would surely go on to be a successful member of society, and you chose my son to be your husband. That's the greatest compliment I could ever hope for. I'll get to work on planning a new wedding for the two of you. It's going to be 10 times as extravagant as the one that we canceled today.
What is this? Like, what do you think you're trying to do right now? You think I'm still going to marry your son after everything that happened? He's not worth my time. You punched me because you were unsatisfied with my family's circumstances, and he took your side. He played the perfect Judas Iscariot, too. The way he pointed me out to the security saying, "She's the one." The two of you are an awful lot alike. That is absolutely unthinkable behavior for a man.
I should have taught him better. You're absolutely right. And from now on, I'll see to it that he becomes a much better man. So please, I humbly ask for your forgiveness.
Never. And how exactly do you plan on teaching him to be a better man? You're the only role model he has, and you're worse than he is. You punched me in the face. That's a crime. And by the way, if you wanted to punch somebody at the wedding, don't you think you got your targets mixed up?
I'm not sure I understand.
Your son is the one who chose a supposedly unworthy woman to be his wife. I'd say that makes him more deserving of a punch than me, but for some reason, you punched me instead. What were you thinking?
Maybe you're right. Maybe my anger was misplaced.
Maybe? Perhaps? What kind of mealy-mouthed nonsense is that? How can someone who's been running a business as long as you have let that sort of equivocation nonsense out of your mouth? Maybe? You were wrong. Give me a break. There is no maybe. Is this how you run your company? If so, then that's really bad news. With someone like you at the helm, it's incredible you've avoided bankruptcy for this long.
No, it's not like that at all. My personal life and professional life are completely separate. I can admit that I've made some failures in my personal life, but those failures have nothing to do with my company. My son also wants to apologize to you in person if possible. What do you say, Melody? Would you be willing to meet with him and talk things over?
You just don't know when to give up, do you? I already said no. There's nothing for me and your loser son to talk about. Honestly, you're being so annoying right now, I almost wish my dad would have punched you. But I know my dad would never do something like that. He's far too strong and disciplined to lower himself to your level. But even still, you should consider yourself very lucky he stopped himself at just grabbing you by the collar. My dad is one of the calmest and most collected people I know, but I could tell he was holding back. His face was beet red. I've never seen him get like that before. That's the way a real man responds when someone hurts his loved ones. You should have been taking notes.
Melody, you're absolutely right. I am more aware than I have ever been of my own shortcomings. I can't even begin to imagine the difficulties your father must have gone through to raise you. Today's events took my respect for him to a whole new level, and my respect for myself to a whole new low.
This is a truly remarkable attitude change from you, Jack. I guess it's one of the benefits of having a wealthy and powerful shareholder as a father. If not for that, I doubt you would have stopped at just punching me and kicking me out. You certainly wouldn't have felt the kind of remorse you're feeling right now. Granted, I'm still not entirely convinced that the remorse you're showing is genuine. It all seems like you're just scared at finally receiving the consequences of your own actions.
That's not true. I'm truly, deeply, intensely regretful for today's events. I'm legitimately apologizing to you from the bottom of my heart. I've carried such awful prejudice against single fathers with me for all these years. But that all changed when I learned about you and Lucas. He's one of the most intelligent, moral, responsible men I've ever met. Knowing what I know of his professional side, I'm confident he put 110% of his effort into raising you properly.
Wow, thanks for proving me right, Jack. You really are only apologizing to me because of who my dad is.
Come now, don't think so poorly of me. I'm sure that I would have come to see the error of my ways even if circumstances were different. But enough about me, I'm more concerned about my son. Can't you just forget all about me and my nonsense and focus on him? I know how much you care for each other.
Any feelings I once had for him flew out the window the instant I saw his reaction at you punching me. The look on his face? It's almost like he felt bad for you. Like, oh no, my poor dad, he had no chance but to punch my fiance in public. So yeah, there's no hope of that relationship ever being rekindled.
Is there really nothing that can be done to fix this?
I'm not thinking about repairing anything but the damage you've done to my face. This bruise is gonna last for at least a few weeks. How am I supposed to find myself a new man looking like my last man used me as a punching bag? For real though, who punches a woman like that? What kind of man are you? It really hurts too. I should probably go to the hospital and get this looked at.
I am so sorry to have done this to you. I'll pay all of the costs for treatment, so just send the bills to my office and I'll compensate you.
You got that right. Seriously, you think I need to be told that? I'm not an idiot like you. But if you think that's the only consequence that's coming your way, then you got another thing coming. Both me and my dad are still very, very angry at you. This isn't over.
I'm so sorry I couldn't go to the hospital with you, sweetheart. But I suppose by now you're used to my demanding schedule. Still, I should at least be around to help you in your time of need.
It's alright, Dad. I'm a big girl. I can handle going to the hospital by myself. I was just glad that you were able to duck out of your meeting and come to the wedding. I had assumed you wouldn't be there until later.
How could I not come after hearing what happened? The way you were speaking on the phone, your voice was trembling. I could tell that you were in trouble. Any other father in my position would have dropped everything and rushed to help you right away.
But I doubt many other dads would have been able to hold themselves back like you did.
God, I wanted to deck that jerk right in the face, but I didn't. Was that the right choice?
Oh, that's not even a question. If you had punched him, it would be a lot more difficult to make our next moves. He would have been able to countersue.
You're absolutely right, as usual. You're such a smart girl.
I am your daughter, after all.
Now, how are you holding up emotionally? The punch was painful, I'm sure, but he said all those hateful things to you. Are you doing okay with that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let it get to me.
Are you sure? I've never heard anyone be so hateful towards single-father homes.
Yeah, me neither, honestly.
Really? You've never been treated like that before? You know, mocked or teased because of me?
No, not at all. This was the first that's ever happened to me. That's a big part of why I was so surprised.
Well, if you say so, but I know it must have been difficult for you ever since your mother left. I've made so many mistakes. I wish I could have been there for you more.
Oh, Dad, you don't need to feel bad about anything. I always knew how much you cared about me. Unfortunately, there aren't many people in the world who are as dumb as Jack and his son are. So you've got nothing to worry about.
How in the world did you turn out to be such a strong girl?
I already told you, I'm your daughter. By the way, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about.
What is it, dear? Anytime you want to talk to me, I'll be there to listen.
Nah, it's not important now. You gotta get going to that party, right? Just forget about the whole mess at the wedding and go enjoy yourself.
I'll do that, Melody. And you do the same. Don't give that stupid old man any thought. He's not worth it. Besides, I won't let him get away with this. I'll see to it that he pays dearly.
And I know that you always follow through, Dad. Thanks so much. I love you. Have fun.
Melody! Why are you doing this to me? How could you be so cruel? What you're trying to do to me is terrible. I understand that you're upset over what I did, but still, you actually filed a police report against me? My lawyer told me you're pressing charges against me for assault. And not just that, your father has embarked on a vendetta against me as well. He's instructing the board of directors to fire me as CEO. You're going way overboard here.
Oh, you think this is overboard? I'd say I'm not doing near enough to ensure your complete downfall. You punched me in the face at my wedding. Don't tell me that I have gotten over that already. I guess you still don't realize how serious what you did to me was.
Of course I know! I messed up big time! I was a complete fool! But this is just too much for me to handle! I built this company from the ground up with my own two hands! I spent my life making it into what it is today! And now you're going to take it away from me? You can't do this!
Sure I can. I'm doing it right now, aren't I? My dad gave me his all every day, both at work and at home, to make me the person I am today. I'm proud of both my dad and the person I am, and you insulted me and physically assaulted me. You're not even getting half of what you deserve for doing that.
I already apologized for that!
Oh, is that all it takes? Okay, then I apologize for taking your company away from you and getting you arrested. There, we're even. I mean, really, did you think that it was gonna be that easy?
I know that I deserve punishment, and you've already punished me enough. I've lost so much since that day. My son breaking up with the heiress to Lucas Hartman's fortune is enough of a loss to put me on antidepressants for the rest of my life.
What? That's not a loss? It's true that if you weren't a miserable scumbag and had punched me or insulted my dad, you would have gained insider access to the family, but that's not something you lost. You just didn't gain it. You threw away the chance of a lifetime for both you and your son, and you did that of your own volition, so I don't want to hear you playing the victim.
That's not my intention, but word of this has already spread so far.
Yeah, social media moves fast these days. I didn't have my camera, but a lot of other people did in the room. The CEO of a major local company punching his own daughter-in-law at her wedding is the perfect recipe for virality. But don't worry, it won't last forever. You're not that important of a person. Soon, it'll blow all over and people will move on to the next viral sensation and you'll be completely forgotten.
Being forgotten is worse than being hated, though.
I know, right? Anonymity is the single biggest fear of someone who was once a big shot like you. By the way, I wouldn't have gotten this mad if you had stuck to insulting me, but you had to go and drag my dad into it. I watched him as he made sacrifice after sacrifice to raise me with all the love and affection I needed after my mom left us.
Please understand, I truly am sorry for what I did and said to you and your father. I wasn't thinking clearly.
That excuse isn't gonna fly with me. You knew exactly what you were doing. I know because your son got right in line with you. You trained him well. He was willing to betray me the moment you demanded it of him. So, I need to make sure that neither of you are put in a position to do that to anyone else ever again. My dad is going to do all the dirty work for me. Unfortunately for you, by the time you've learned your lesson, it'll already be too late.
But I have learned my lesson. I'm begging you, Melody, please. I won't ask you to marry my son again. I understand that's not going to happen. Just don't take my company away.
It's not your choice to make. As a majority shareholder, your position in the company is my dad's choice. Wow, this feels pretty good. I'll bet this is how you felt when you punched me at the wedding. Was it fun being in control? Having power? Feeling like you're invincible? Well, I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted, because your control and power are all gone. Now you're gonna get the taste of what real power looks like. Hey, Dad. So let's hear it. How was your date? Was it fun? Did you kiss her?
Melody, come on, seriously. It's embarrassing enough already to be out looking for love at the same time as my own daughter. Don't make it worse by forcing me to tell you about it. Ugh, I haven't dated in decades.
Which is why I'm super duper excited to hear all the details of your first date. Also, I don't know, I guess I feel kind of guilty.
Guilty? What for?
I know that a big reason you haven't dated any women since Mom left was because of me. Anytime I saw you talking with a woman at a store or party or something, I got super defensive and jealous and started acting up. Then you'd have to end a conversation to stop me from doing whatever I was doing. After a while, you just stopped talking to women altogether.
So you noticed, huh?
Once I was old enough to understand, it became pretty obvious. Jack told a bunch of disgusting lies about you, and that one was one of the worst. It's not that you couldn't find a woman who would marry you. It's that you were willing to give up a romance in order to prioritize me. It was my fault that you've been alone all these years, and for that, I'm sorry.
Melody, please don't blame yourself for my choices.
But it was my fault, wasn't it?
Nothing was your fault. You're my daughter. That means that you were the single most important girl in the world to me. I had a duty to protect you, care for you, and provide for you. And then there was no way I would do anything that would keep me from performing that duty. So don't feel bad. Just seeing your smile was enough for me to get through even the toughest of times. If me being with a woman was gonna prevent me from seeing that smile, then I can live without romantic love. I'd rather have the love of my only daughter any day of the week.
Aw, now you're gonna make me cry, Dad. You've already done more than enough for me. You don't need to worry about me or my happiness anymore. All I want is for you to have all the happiness that you deserve.
I already have it just seeing what a fine young woman you've become, sweetheart.
Seriously, knock that off. You're making me cry and blush. But for real, Dad, I'm really happy that you're finally out there looking for a wife. And you're not wasting any time at all, are you? You met the lady you had dinner with at the birthday party, right? That's my dad. Strike while the iron is hot, whether it's finance or romance.
That's actually a pretty good line.
Right? So anyway, you go ahead and get on the road, but you call me the instant you get home, all right? I want to hear all about how your date went.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, now that I think about it, didn't you say you had something you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh yeah, that. So when I went to the hospital the other day, I got talking to the doctor who examined me, and apparently we went to the same college.
Wow, what a coincidence. And, go on.
And his father is the CEO of the company that owns that hospital.
Oh, he sounds like a catch. Well, is he single?
Yes, and he invited me out on a date.
Awesome! Wait a second. What was the name of his dad's company?
Harmon Medical Group.
No! You're dating the son of another one of my employees?
I didn't know at first.
Well, I guess there's only one thing for me to do. Looks like I'll be firing another CEO this month.
No, Dad, don't. Unfortunately, my dad was joking when he said that. He got even more defensive of me than usual after the whole debacle of the wedding, so I wouldn't have been too surprised if he actually did it. It turned out, though, that my dad and the CEO of this medical group were actually long-term friends. If I hadn't already met his son at the hospital, there's a good chance that our dads would have introduced us eventually. After Jack was fired from his company, he laid low for a while. Apparently, he decided that anonymity isn't as bad as he thought at first. Like I thought, the buzz surrounding his actions at my wedding soon faded from the public's collective mind. He ended up taking a lower-tier job, or executive position at a smaller company in town. The pay is obvious a fraction of what he used to make, but with his reputation being what it is, he can't really be too picky. I understand that his goal is ultimately to start up a new company of his own, eventually. But as for my dad, as I mentioned earlier, he met a really nice lady at that party, and the two of them have hit it off pretty well. I'm so happy Dad finally found someone. He hadn't dated anyone since Mom left us, and I knew that must have been a big hit to his confidence. I've mostly put my time with my ex-fiance and his father behind me, but there's one thing I will never forget. The way my dad jumped right into action to protect me. The biggest and most important lesson I learned is that I can always count on my dad to back me up, no matter what. So all in all, I don't think it was too bad of an experience for me. I managed to avoid getting married to a pathetic loser, too afraid to upset his own father, and I strengthened my bonds with my own father.
Did you seriously follow me around just to find me? You really are such a clingy woman. It's honestly pathetic.
What are you talking about? I was just going to that area to take care of some errands for the house. But what about you? What were you doing there? You have no business being in a place like that, do you?
Did you not know? My new wife lives in that big house over there. It's a farm owned by a large landowner. Isn't that incredible? Honestly, looking back, all that time I wasted being married to a poor person like you was just ridiculous. I should have married a rich person right from the start.
Wait, you mean a large landowner? A farmer?
Yeah, that's right. But I guess that doesn't really concern you, does it? The only thing that really concerns you is your poor parents from back home. It's really sad, isn't it? You can't change the family you were born into.
That's quite harsh.
I'm helping out around the farm as an apprentice, and honestly, I barely do any work at all. I get to spend money however I want, and it's just the best. You know, you should just forget about your poor family and start farming for yourself.
So you're saying you really did remarry a farmer? Is it Sarah?
Oh? How do you know her name? Have you been stalking me or something? Or is it just that this farm is so huge that even someone like you who has nothing to do with it knows about it? If that's the case, I must be super lucky.
I see. Well, that makes sense. But I have one question for you, though. Will you answer it?
What on earth do you want to ask me now?
Don't you ever miss your daughter?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Look, I don't care that you haven't contacted me at all since we broke up. I don't expect anything from you anymore. But Abby is still your daughter, you know. Isn't it a bit odd that you don't feel anything for her or reach out at all?
Honestly, I never really been into kids.
What?
I mean, I didn't have much attachment to her to begin with, so I'm not really interested in her. That's just how it is for most men, right? In the end, the mother is everything to the child anyway, so what do I matter?
I see. Well, I get your perspective now.
Honestly, my current life is fantastic. No children to worry about. I could live without having to work if I want. Leaving you and our daughter to marry a farmer's daughter was definitely the right choice. I'm living on a large piece of land which ensures my future is secure. I'm definitely winning at life right now.
Oh, so that's how it is with the farmer's house?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, I guess this happiness is just temporary, so you might as well enjoy it while you can. It's great that you were able to find someone with such suitable conditions to remarry.
Definitely! I'm 100 times happier than I ever was with your poor family.
Well then, enjoy the little time you have left of this happy life. But just remember, life isn't always what it seems. Enjoy your time while it lasts, and maybe it will teach you something.
Teach me what? That I should have settled for a life like yours? You think that's what I want?
You may think you're winning now, but I'll tell you this, true happiness isn't found in money or status. You might wake up one day and realize that you've lost something far more valuable.
Oh, please spare me the lecture. You wouldn't know happiness if it slapped you in the face. Your so-called wisdom is just another excuse for your failures.
I might not have money, but I have something you'll never have, integrity. I may not live in a fancy house, but I know what it means to truly care for someone. That's something you've thrown away for a life of luxury.
Integrity? Please, look where that has gotten ya. You're just bitter because I moved on and found something better. You can't stand seeing me happy, can ya?
Happy? You think that's happiness? Surrounding yourself with wealth and empty relationships? You're going to regret this one day. Mark my words.
Whatever, I'm done with this conversation. You're just a reminder of what I've left behind. Enjoy your integrity while you sit in your miserable little life. I'm off to better things.
I've decided to sell that land to Sarah. I think this will settle everything, right? We've managed to kick that worthless guy out as well. Although Sarah ended up paying a high price for it, at least she didn't lose the land, so might actually be a good thing for her. That's true. Mom, thank you for everything. Not only for taking care of Abby, but also for everything else. I know I've caused you some trouble with this whole situation. I really appreciate your support during this challenging time. You understand that it's a mother's mission to take care of her child, don't you? Now that you're a mother too, I'm sure you can relate. The fact that that loser caused all this trouble isn't your fault. We should continue to support each other as a family moving forward. Family means being there for one another no matter the circumstances. Thank you, Mom. I'll do my best to become a mother like you. I really appreciate everything you've done for me. I want to learn from you and be someone Abby can rely on, just like I've relied on you. Your strength and love have always inspired me, and I hope to build a strong bond with Abby just like the one we share. Your support means the world to me, and I promise to keep working hard to be a good mother. I want to create a loving and nurturing environment for Abby just as you did for me. Thank you for being such an incredible role model, Mom. I'll keep striving to be better every day and appreciate you more than words can express. Found in money or status. You might wake up one day and realize that you've lost some. Yes, that's what he said. To be honest, maybe it's for the best. It's a shame for Abby, though. But for you, it might have been a good thing, right? This way we can all breathe a little easier. Do you really think so? I wonder if I can raise Abby on my own. What are you saying? We're here for you. Let me be clear, it's much better to rely on each other than on that kind of man. He's only complaining about putting in a measly $300. Does he not realize that $300 isn't even enough to cover the rent for a typical household? You're right. I can see that now. Honestly, you're just confused because you heard it all so suddenly. It's a good thing I didn't mention our family business to him. Now we know what kind of person he is before we get used or hurt by him. That's true. All right. I'll try not to think about it anymore. For Abby's sake, I need to live strong. I'm here to support you 100%, so don't worry. If anything happens, I'm ready to help you out. Ready to help? Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean, but thank you. Of course, we're all in this together, and I'll do everything I can to ensure that you and Abby are okay. If he thinks he can just walk away without any consequences, he is mistaken. We'll show him what it means to truly care for a family. I can't believe I ever thought we'd be okay with him around. I was so focused on trying to make things work, but I see now that he was only dragging us down. Exactly. Sometimes you need to realize that it's better to cut ties with toxic people no matter how hard it is. You deserve to be happy and live a life free from his negativity. It's just going to take some time to get used to everything. I've relied on him for so long, and now it feels like I'm stepping into the unknown. Well, that's completely understandable. Change is always daunting, but think of it as a fresh start. You have us to lean on, and we'll figure it out together. With our support, you won't have to do it alone. I appreciate that so much. It really means a lot to me. I never thought I'd feel so lost and uncertain about the future. But knowing that I have you by my side gives me the strength to keep moving forward. Mom, it seems that Zane has remarried Sarah. I had heard rumors about it, but I never thought it would actually be true. I knew it would come to this. I wonder if Sarah knew about it too. That man was your ex-husband. If she had known in advance, I doubt she would have given her permission for it. So I don't think her parents are aware of the situation either. That's true, but it doesn't really matter whether they knew or not. The fact remains that they welcomed that man into their home. Wait, what do you mean by that? Even if they didn't know his past, they still accepted him into their lives. That means they'll have to deal with the consequences of their actions. I'm determined to make that family regret their decision. Mom, what are you planning to do? I'm not sure yet, but I want them to understand the impact of their choices. It's important for them to realize what kind of person they've brought into their lives. That sounds intense. Are you really going to confront them? I need to do something. I can't just sit back and let it happen without saying anything. This is about our family, and I won't let it slide. I get that, but you have to be careful. It could lead to more problems. I understand the risks, but sometimes you have to take a stand for what you believe in. I won't allow them to think they can walk all over us. Just promise me that you'll think it through before you act. I will, I promise, but one way or another, they will regret this.
Hey, Giselle, can you please pick up the phone? I realize now that I was in the wrong. I've finally come to understand my mistakes. I want to talk to you, so please answer my call.
Honestly, I don't have anything to say, so I'm not planning to pick up. You're just now realizing your faults? What do you want to do about it at this point? It won't change anything if you just tell me now.
It seems like our family is going to be evicted from our home. They want to blame me for the loss of the farmland as well.
Want to? More like it's actually true. I can't believe this is happening.
But the moment everything was placed on my shoulders, I realized something. What I needed was you by my side.
What?
I heard your family is actually a real estate mogul. Almost all of the houses around here used to belong to your parents, right? I had no idea. If you had only told me, I would have been more than willing to help you out.
Help? Huh? When did I ever ask for help from you?
We could have worked together. I could have taken over the family business. It's not too late, even now, right? Abby needs her father. Let's try to make things right again.
What kind of face are you making while saying such things? I am absolutely rejecting that idea.
Rejecting? Why?
Why, you ask? Anyone in my position would definitely turn you down after everything that's happened. You got cut off by the family you were leeching off, and now you want to go back to your wealthy ex-wife before being painted as the villain. Is that what you're trying to say?
Saying it that way makes it sound bad, but...
No matter how you phrase it, that's what it comes down to. I just don't want anything to do with a lowlife like you anymore.
Wait a minute! I'm about to be sued for alimony by my current wife, you know! She's furious that I destroyed our home. Can't you at least help me out with that? Come on, you still have some feelings for me, right?
Feelings? That doesn't exist for you, you worthless scum. You deserve to be sued by your wife and her family for what you've done. Maybe this could be a turning point for you to reassess your life. And please, don't ever contact me again. If you come near Abby, I won't hold back. So this is truly goodbye. May you wander lost forever.
I can't believe you would even think of asking for help after everything. After how you treated me, I owe you nothing. You had the chance to be a part of our lives, but you chose to throw it all away. You were only thinking about yourself and how you could benefit from our situation. Now that you're facing the consequences, you want me to swoop in and save you? That's not how this works.
You don't get to just waltz back into my life and expect me to drop everything for you. You think I'm just going to forget all the pain and heartache you caused? You think I'll forgive you just because you realized you've made a mistake? Life doesn't work that way, and neither do I. You need to take responsibility for your actions. Stop trying to shift the blame onto me and everyone else around you. This is your mess, and you need to figure out how to clean it up on your own. I've moved on, and you should too. You think that by bringing up Abby, you can manipulate me into feeling sorry for you? She's my daughter, and I will do anything to protect her from you. You don't have the right to claim you're looking out for her now. You had your chance to be a father, and you threw it away. I am not going to let you ruin her life just because you can't handle your own problems. You need to find a way to stand on your own 2 feet, and that means facing the consequences of your actions. You can't keep running back to me every time life gets tough for you, so no, I'm not helping you. I refuse to be your crutch or your safety net. You need to learn how to deal with your issues yourself. This is your life, and you need to take charge of it.
I'm done living with you. I'm never going back to that house again.
What? Zane, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? If you're not going back home, where are you planning to go?
I can't take it anymore. Your family's so poor, it's unbearable. The idea of me working and bringing in money while living in your family's house is ridiculous.
Wait, what do you mean it's ridiculous? Isn't it just normal for an adult to contribute? Working and putting money into the household is completely reasonable, don't you think? I'm living in my family's house too, so isn't it fair to help out with some living expenses?
I'm sick and tired of living with a family that can't even support us. I can't deal with you anymore. Why am I the only one working when you're not even trying? It's totally unfair. I work hard, and yet I feel so cramped in your family's home.
Feeling cramped? Even if you say you're contributing, it's just a small part of your salary. Your parents are still covering almost all of the living expenses. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. What are you even complaining about? Besides, the reason I'm not working is that I'm still on maternity leave. You know that already, don't you?
You're so annoying.
What do you mean by that? I think I'm just stating the facts.
You're just a boring woman who can only speak the truth. This is why you're being thrown away. Got it?
So you're really serious about leaving? You're just going to abandon us? Or are you saying you want to leave together with me from my family's house?
I can't deal with you anymore. I want an easy life, you understand? Being with you means living a life of poverty forever. That's the worst thing ever, so I'm leaving.
Wait a minute, what about Abby? She's only 2 years old. Are you really just going to throw away your wife and daughter so easily? Where do you plan to go?
Don't worry, I have somewhere to go. I'm planning to go to a much richer family than yours.
It's not that I'm worried, but what do you mean by a rich family? Zane, are you cheating on me?
Anyway, I have no intention of returning to that house. I'll make sure the divorce papers are sent later. So long. You're free to live happily with our daughter from now on.
How could you be so low? Just remember, if you regret this later, it's on you. Fine, I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's what I want to say. I'm cutting ties with a poor family like yours.
You think you can just abandon your wife and daughter for that reason? I will never forgive you for that. Zane, you are making a huge mistake. I know you're angry, but leaving your family behind won't solve anything. What about the memories we've made together? We've built a life, and now you want to throw it all away?
You really think those memories matter when I'm suffocated by debt and living in a cramped space? It's like being trapped in a cage and I can't take it anymore. I need to break free.
But what about Abby? She deserves both her parents. You can't just walk away because you're unhappy. We're a family, and families stick together through tough times.
A family? Look at the situation. You think this is what a family looks like? All I feel is frustration and disappointment. I can't keep living this way, pretending everything is fine when it's not.
It's not like I'm enjoying this either. I wanted us to have a better life, but things have gotten out of control. If you leave now, you'll just be running away from your responsibilities. Is that really who you want to be?
I don't need to listen to your lectures. You don't understand what it's like to feel trapped. You don't see how much pressure I'm under to provide and keep everything afloat while feeling like I have no support.
I know it's hard, but running away isn't the answer. You have to face these challenges head on. We can figure it out together if you just give it a chance.
You don't get it. I'm not running away. I'm taking back control of my life. I deserve to be happy, and I won't find that by staying here and feeling miserable every day.
Fine, go ahead and leave. But don't come crying to me when you realize what you've lost. I'll be here taking care of our daughter, and she will know who chose to walk away.
You'll regret this. I won't be stuck in this miserable life forever. I'll make something of myself, and you'll see.
You think it's that easy? Good luck with that. Just remember, I'll always be here, taking care of what really matters, our family.
What on earth did you do? I've been told by my in-laws to get in touch with you, but honestly, I'm at a loss here. What's going on? Are you actually saying we're supposed to leave? Why on earth are you involved in this mess?
Oh, you still don't understand? Is it just you who hasn't grasped the situation at all? It seems like you're the only one left in the dark about this.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say? I need clarity here. What are you talking about?
That farmland? It actually belongs to my parents. I'm not just throwing random claims at you, it's a fact. My family owns it, and that's how it is.
Huh? Owns? What are you even saying? Why on earth are your parents suddenly coming into the picture in this discussion?
I hadn't mentioned it before, but my parents are major landowners and quite well known in the real estate business here in this region. It's not just a small-time deal. They have a significant presence in the area.
What are you talking about? That's such a ridiculous claim. What's amusing about saying something so far-fetched? Did you genuinely think I would believe something like that? Seriously?
If you don't believe me, then why are you contacting me in the first place? Didn't your in-laws tell you to reach out? If they said something, it's likely true. What they said is exactly what happened. My parents pressured Sarah's family to evict them from the land.
What? Are you being serious right now? I can't even process what you're saying. This is outrageous.
It's sad for Sarah, you know? She welcomed a person like you into her life without knowing the implications, and now my parents are seeking their revenge. Can you even fathom how unfortunate this is?
Wait a minute, is this really true? You're telling me that this house isn't even voluntary for them? It's not ours? What kind of madness is this?
I don't know what Sarah said to you or how you interpreted her words, but the reality is that Sarah is renting our land. It hasn't been sold or transferred. We can evict her whenever we decide to.
Wait, so your parents are actually landlords? Is that even a possibility? They've been living in such a shabby house and leading a modest lifestyle. How does this even make sense?
Rundown is such an insult to the place. That house has been treasured since my grandfather's time. It's not just some random place to us. Well, yes, we are in the process of rebuilding next to it now, but it's a cherished family legacy.
What? You're seriously rebuilding? I can't believe this. How did I not know any of this before?
The old place has become so dilapidated, it's not safe for Abby anymore. We have enough money and land to do it. It's not as if we're struggling financially. We're just careful with our resources.
What? So you were really deceiving me this whole time? You pretended to be poor for all these years. If you had money, why didn't you just say something? This is insane.
I wasn't pretending to be poor at all. You just misunderstood everything based on your assumptions. We didn't think we were living in a way that was excessive or extravagant. We were just taught to save since we were young. It's a core value for us. Just because you have money doesn't mean you should squander it thoughtlessly. Isn't it you who misunderstood all of this?
How was I supposed to know? Living in that shabby place made it seem like you were struggling financially. And yet you're claiming your in-laws are landlords? How is that even remotely possible?
Well, if that's the case, it seems you're really being evicted. You can laugh all you want, but this is serious.
I understand the situation now, but this eviction surely has to be a joke, right? You can't seriously destroy a farm that's been around for generations over your personal vendetta. Stop using strange jokes to threaten my family. This is beyond absurd.
I don't think I'm threatening anyone. My parents are serious about this, and it's not a laughing matter.
Serious? Are you actually going to evict the farmers? That's a loss for you as well. Think about what you're doing before it's too late.
Shouldn't you have thought about your actions instead? Consider the consequences of your behavior. It's not just about you.
What? What are you trying to say? Of course, it's no wonder we got divorced. We just didn't have compatibility.
You suddenly cheated, unilaterally divorced, and walked away, right? Of course my parents aren't going to think highly of you after that. You discarded me, but you tossed your daughter away too, like she was nothing of value.
Garbage! I never meant to treat you like that. You're making it sound like I didn't care at all.
I don't care what your intentions were. Right now it's irrelevant to me. I have no interest in your explanation, so don't bother. But to my parents, Abby is precious. They would never forgive a lowlife who treated their beloved granddaughter that way.
But still, why involve the Sarah family? I had no idea your family was a landlord until now.
And it seems you have another misunderstanding. Sarah hasn't been a farmer for long. This isn't her lifelong dream.
What?
Maybe for about 5 years? She only started after her husband retired. It's been a recent venture for them. Just because things are going well doesn't mean she can claim to be a landlord. I don't know how she explained it to you, but it's not what you think. From my perspective, that's probably how it is.
So she wasn't a farmer from the beginning, despite having such a large piece of land? It's hard to believe.
It's great that the previous owner left the fields intact for reuse. We're just reusing what's there, nothing more. More importantly, the owner is my dad. We're just renting it out, and we can leave at his discretion. My dad says he'll absolutely never forgive you for what you've done.
Are you serious? So you're actually being serious? This is unbelievable. I can't wrap my head around it.
Yes, because of you, the Sarahs have lost their job and their farmland. Do you think your wife will resent you for this? Well, you can't expect to just sit around and do nothing forever. You've underestimated farming too much. Eventually, you'll probably get kicked out anyway. You cheat.
This is unbelievable. How much do you hate me? Is this really all stemming from some deep-rooted grudge?
You cheated without paying any alimony. Even after the divorce, you didn't pay child support. You completely ignored both me and Abby. It's like we didn't exist to you. So now you'll receive your comeuppance. Didn't Sarah tell me to contact you? Did she really mean it? Thanks for reaching out, even though it's a mess. This is my response. You all should evacuate quickly.
Wait a minute. That's a problem for me. This isn't just some trivial issue. It's a big deal.
I don't care if it's a problem for you. I'm not the one struggling. This is no longer my concern. This is fine, right? Well, goodbye, lowlife. Show some manliness by working hard to support your family instead of running away from your responsibilities.